could be for a national championship. It's up. Gets it to the right.
We've all been there, where our guy is going to take the game-winning shot and he airballs. Or when our golfer is primed and ready to take home the trophy and then, oh my goodness, the putt lips out. Or the worst time when we're at the grocery store and we've got all of our stuff on the belt line and bam, the card gets declined. So let's talk about it. When I was born blind. Long story short, 2 weeks after I was born, my eyes were open and I could see. But I still have an eye disease called ocular albinism. All you need to know is that for me, everything is brighter to me than it is to the normal person. And glasses only correct my vision, it never perfects it. So the best I will ever be able to see without a miracle is 20/40. That has had a drastic impact on my life, even with things as simple as sports. Growing up, I was never allowed to play baseball because my parents were too afraid that I was going to get hit by a fastball. Anytime I played golf, whoever was with me would have to watch my golf balls. Even driving, now that I'm an adult, I can't even read street signs. I went to church service after church service where I was just begging that God would heal my eyes, and it just never happened. I went to these crusades where there's these thousands of people gathering together and experiencing these miracles, but what about me? It didn't happen for me. What do I do with that pain? The pain that I feel that whenever I read my Bible and I see that God is my healer, but yet healing's not my experience. Or the pain that comes from knowing that I'm the first person in the closest seat to the front of the room in class, but yet I still have to get up to even see what my teacher's writing on the board, just so that I can even have any idea what she's talking about. Or whenever people point and they say, hey, did you see that over there? No, I didn't. In fact, I was talking with a friend yesterday who said, didn't you see me waving at you yesterday at a coffee shop? I said, no, I had no idea. You know, 90% of the time if people see me, I don't see them. And now I can laugh about that, but man, when I was growing up, that was painful. That was hard. Because it created these different opinions that people had of me of I'm rude or I'm a jerk or whatever it may be. And all of that fueled the pain that I was already feeling of this eye disease. And it left me again with that question of what do I do with the fact that my Bible says that my God is a healer, but yet healing is not my experience. And maybe you're listening to this and you can relate to my story. Maybe you don't have an eye disease. And maybe you weren't born blind. But maybe you have had your fair share of pain. Or maybe you lost somebody that was really close to you and now you're asking God, why did this happen to me? Or how could there be a good God and yet there be this much pain in the world? Or maybe your parents are just going through a divorce that you never thought possible would happen for you. But it's happening. And it's your reality. And maybe you've given Christianity a thought where you've read all of the scriptures that are nice and uplifting, but gosh, that's not my experience. Maybe you're there. I want to tell you, there's another verse in John chapter 13, verse 7. And this is when the disciples are coming to have one last dinner with Jesus. And Jesus pulls out this towel and this water bowl where he is about to wash their feet. And one of the disciples looks at Jesus and says, no, what are you doing? You will never wash my feet. And then Jesus has this beautifully profound statement that I look back to in my own life and see, wow, this is so true. But he says, right now you don't know what I'm doing, but soon you will. And maybe right now you're in the middle of some incredible pain and you don't see what God's doing. And I believe there's a season coming where you will. You're going to see that all of this pain was not for nothing. It wasn't just so that he could torture you or so that he could show you how powerful he is and how weak you are. No. It was so that he could form something in you that would be unshakable. It's so that for all the seasons of life that you'll go through, you will have this faith that cannot be moved. It cannot be shaken by anything that comes or any storm or circumstance. Yes, that is exactly what he's doing. You may not see it now, but there's a time coming where you will. I got to about a couple years ago where my aunt asked me, she said, King, if you could get healing, like if God would heal your eyes or you could get a surgery to take the disease away, would you do it? And if you would have asked me that at 11 years old, I would have said, yes, absolutely, I want to play baseball. The older I got, the more I realized, maybe not. And the reason why is because I now see that the pain that God brought me through was not his doing, it was not his fault, but it was his purpose for my life to help make me into the man that I am today. And right now, you may be in that pain, and I'm telling you, you don't yet see what he's doing, but there's coming a time where you will. Stay faithful, stay true, and watch what God will do in your life. Psalm 56, verse 6, I believe, or verse 3, it says this. It says, this I know, that God is for you. He's not against you. He's not mad at you. He loves you, and he's for you. Trust him.